As you guys might know, encryption is a really difficult topic, but it's something I have to face because I'm making an end-to-end encrypted chat app, at least I'm trying to. And last time, in the last video, I said that I implemented anonymous friend requests, which I didn't explain very properly, so today I would like to make a follow-up to that video and show you how this process really works. While friend requests sound simple to do, they're also the backbone of this entire project, and if something goes wrong with them, they'll ruin your first experience with the app. But this process already begins when the app launches. Let me explain. So when you launch the app, we first generate a key pair with a private and a public key that are associated with your account, but only the public key is sent to the server because it can be used to encrypt messages, but never used to decrypt those same messages. And only the private key can decrypt the messages that the public key encrypted. I hope that makes sense, but if you want to know more about public key encryption, I'll link you an article down below. Alright, so the library I use for this process is called Sodium, and it's a good choice here because it uses best practices to generate keys and encrypt messages, meaning that my lazy ass does never have to touch encryption, which I really like. Well, let's send friend requests now, starting with the generation of what I call remote ID. We first send a request to some endpoint with our JWT is hard to say. And what is that? Alright, JWT is basically a standard for tokens that can store information inside of them that can never be changed. So basically we could just store the account ID inside of a token and we would never have to check it with the database when someone sends a request to our server. And this is really handy, and if you want to know more about this shit, then you can visit jwt.io. And well, for our system then, we just use this token to authorize your account with the account ID that is stored inside of it, and then we send back the remote ID, which is just another JWT token that doesn't contain an account ID. I know that the system is kind of pointless if you don't use a proxy or a VPN of some sort, and if you don't find another way to authorize you on the server, but anyway, this is just here to future-proof. Alright, now that we've kinda got a way to authorize ourselves, we can now just send a request asking for the friend's public key. The server will of course return that to us, and now we can just encrypt our request packet that we're gonna send to the friend with this public key. And because we are using public key encryption here, this means that the server won't be able to decrypt the packet. So we could store all kinds of treasures in there. And sending the actual request was kind of hard to implement, and I went through hell and back to get it done. But now, since it works, we're good. So basically we just sent the encrypted packet and data of the friend to some endpoint, and this is of course again authorized with a remote ID, which will then queue it or just send it to the friend straight away if he is online. But Julian, I hear you say, sending it is not enough, we also kinda need to store it somewhere, and you would be 100% correct. So now we just store it in the vault on the server, which is basically just another endpoint, of course also authorized with a remote ID, and of course also encrypted. And well, since you now understand the sending, you just gotta understand that I have logic on the client that sends a request back when it is accepted, and then they basically just add each other as friends. And that's honestly how it works, and congrats, you just understood the most over-engineered friend system ever created. And thank you for listening. Alright, so that's it for me today, and I hope you enjoyed the, I guess, a little bit more detailed explanation today, because yeah, we're going a little bit more in depth, and this is gonna be what future devlogs are like too. And I hope you enjoy the style, I hope you enjoy the style of video, and for now, if you liked it, you can subscribe, and yeah, that's basically it for me today. And there's probably gonna be some videos on the screen, so just click those. I already have made 2 devlogs, although one of them was kind of flawed. That was the last one, but therefore, before that, we've reworked the entire UI and UX. So yeah, that was also a little bit of a fun time, and yeah, just go watch these if you want more, and yeah, I'll see you then.